5's Chad Petrie has the story.
When you get a fast food meal, no one expects to be called a little ugly dude. We get
MICAH Beats.
Welcome to Just Therapy, where we talk about life with a comedy twist. With your hosts, comedian Sean Boyd, Antonio Ferguson, and Miss KT. We talk about a whole bunch of shit from politics to people actually taking shits. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the therapy session. Man, this be dope. Make a motherfucker want to rap. I can't rap, man. Hold on, here we go. I can't rap. I really can't. But come sit down on the couch with us. Man, I can't rap. Come to the couch. Enjoy the show. Let's go.
Just another day on the couch, talking about all the problems of today. Woo! Woo! Yes, we are back off a hiatus or whatever we had going on. It is another beautiful Monday evening, y'all. I hope your work Monday wasn't too bad, but we are here to end your Monday off on the couch. And you already know who I got beside me. My co-host with the most is BBC in the building. What up, sis?
Greetings, my love. What's going on, my bro? What's going on?
Hey, listen. Me and Bless, loving life. It's been a lot just this year, period. But it's been a blessed year, man. But I've lost so many people this year, man.
Yeah.
Whew, yeah, so I was off last week due to a viewing, so I canceled the show. Then that Verizon shit was going on, but we not even go blame it on Verizon. I really didn't feel like talking by myself without my co-host with the mostest, so I was like, I'm taking a break. So, but rest in peace to my guy. Antoine Williams, aka Twin, aka Twank, aka Long Live Twank. That was my guy, man. Good
man.
dude.
I've seen so many people posting about him.
Listen, I mean, he was just such a good dude, and there was a lot of people that knew him. And
yeah, I knew of him because he, from the gym, but I didn't know him directly. But he seemed like a nice person.
Okay. Yeah, he was a good dude. He was a good dude, man. Me, him, his brother, and Skis, and their little brother D, we used to hang out, and they knew Real, so yeah, man, it was a lot. I went to the viewing because it wasn't really last minute because they did the service pretty quick. But so I went to the viewing on Monday after Lil Mama got off the bus, took her with me. It was a nice little waiting area, so she ain't even got to go in there with me. I sat her over there, and I went in, paid my respects, came back out, talked to the family and stuff. It was a lot of people at the viewing, so I can't imagine how many people was at the funeral. Because like, oh, you knew Twank too? I was like, yeah, man, good dude.
Who don't you know? And who don't know you? People from every end of Cleveland, everywhere. It's just and probably, other states too. But trust me, when I post this podcast and everything like that, they be like, "How do you know him? Y'all know each other for a long time?" I'm like, "Only 3 years, I think."
Yeah, only 3 years. Yeah, thanks to little sis KT.
Right.
But yeah, it was just it sucked, you know what I'm saying? Because me and his brother Vaughn was a little closer than me and Twank was, but he was always around too. So we blew together, smoked together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Drank together, laughed plenty of times together, played the game, just what people do, man, you know, and it just, you know, sad, man. 40 years old, man. So, you know, rest in peace, Twank, man. Still praying for the family, man, because I couldn't imagine losing a twin, you know, or even a big brother, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, definitely prayers and condolences go out to his family, continued prayers going out to them. So, you know, I just really, you know, I was like, you know what, let me, you know, I didn't want to use Verizon as an excuse, but, you know, that kind of helped me I was like, you know what, let me just go back, you know, go home and decompress, man, and just kind of relax and, you know, lounge it up a little bit. But so first person, like, I seen his little brother, so I said what's up to him, and I wanted to know when his little brother was gonna be there and his twin was gonna be there, Vaughn, because like that was my main reason, you know, go pay my respect, but definitely I wanted to see them, you know. But the first persons I seen was somebody that knew Rail, that was at Rail's funeral, and looked at each other, you know, and I just gave her a big hug, and you know, we was both like, you know, good to see you, but you know, sucks to, you know.
It's like that's always,
you know what I'm saying? So
in these conditions, you know, kind of.
Yeah, man. And people keep saying we got to get together, and you know, we got to make it a point to, you know, life ain't nothing but a breath, y'all. You know, we here and we gone, man. So you know, we never know what the time or the minute of the day, man. So love on your people, man. I know I always say that, but still, love on your people, man. Please
and thank you.
Right. You know, so let's get into it. Let's get into the show, and I'll do a quick recap. I don't even remember what happened last weekend. Truthfully, it's like a blur. Days because like I'm so in the schools and this and this and this, and talking to these kids and having these kids come up to me and kind of tell me what's going on in their personal life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids, which, you know, I appreciate, you know, because I try to give them words of wisdom, you know what I'm saying? Especially as an old dude, you know, like an OG figure, you know, like just letting them know, like, hey, you know, we got to look out for our people even more now, you know? So, you know, just been steady doing that. But this past weekend, Friday, man, I sat at the house, really didn't have the funds to really kick it like I wanted to, but I really wasn't going to do too much. I wanted to go see my son play. He had a gig. I couldn't even go do that because I'm like, man, I really, you know, I got to kind of hold on to it because I already had committed to something Saturday that I had to go do. That costed me a couple of dollars, but it was, you know, it was a fundraiser for a dude, one of the softball community family, got into a motorcycle accident. So we had like a little charity fundraiser tournament. So I played in that. We went 0-2 really quick. But after that, I did 3 games, but you know, I gave him $20 back. I'm like, you know, just keep that. Just give me, you know, Sam, just give me $40, you know, so. But like the best games, so that's always fun, you know, trying to make sure they got good you know, so that was cool. After that, I ended up hanging out with Tsunami, man. So I had she had tagged me in a post like during the week, maybe like Wednesday or Thursday, talking about, you know, when you got people in your life that's always good vibes and always laughs, you know, you cherish those people. And she tagged me in that. And I was like, hey, what you doing Saturday? Like, because I can use some good vibes. So hitting up some people, she was like, I'll put something on the grill. And she damn show. She put something on the grill. She cooked. I had some people over. We was over there laughing, talking, ate good, you know what I'm saying? So it's always good to be around good people. You know what I'm saying? So
indeed, it's very much needed. We really are so separated. It's
having that human interaction and just talking and vibing. It was cool. It was cool, man. You know, so that was Saturday. Sunday was pastor appreciation. So I skipped softball to do that. Because the choir, they kind of put the choir back together and asked me did I want to come back to, and I was like, you know what, like I'll do it for pastor appreciation. First song went good, second song not so much. So I'm one of those people, like if I'm gonna do something, I want to do it all the way. You feel me? Especially when it's, you know what I'm saying, glorifying and praising, you know. So I was just I'm used to one way, and it was just a different way. And to me, we wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was all right. It could have been so much better. The first song really went good, but the second song could have been so much better. And people's nerves get to them, and it kind of messed everybody up because they did something different that we didn't practice, and we didn't practice enough. So, but other than that, it was good. You know what I'm saying? People was, appreciating Pastor and First Lady, man, which they deserve it. You know what I'm saying? So, especially for somebody that don't take any pay, don't take any. The offering is for the upkeep of the church, to keep toilet paper, to keep heat on. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep the lights on, you know what I'm saying? Like, real offering. So, he deserved, the words of encouragement, saying, he was getting. So that was cool. And then picked up little mama. She wasn't feeling good, had a headache, was warm as fuck. So, I got her to the house, had her drink some water. She laid on me. She was out, and she laid on me again and was out again. And prayed on it and went to sleep, and she woke up feeling better. So I'm like, so back at the grind. That's my little recap. How was your weekend, sis? What you had going on?
My weekend was it was a lot going on. I can't even remember really, but on Thursday we had rehearsal. Me and the Queens got together. And we did rehearsal at the studio. And I put some merchandise, I got new merchandise, stuff I created and stuff I, purchased. And I was doing like some photos. And then my daughter, which, she never really get into, because she don't really like being photographed a lot. But she was like, let me model for you. And I was like, word. So that was really exciting because, and she takes definitely interest into my business, but I was really appreciative because she has a, hat head. And so just got to work on some projects and stuff.
What's up?
With that. Yeah, that made me feel good. And then Saturday, of course, we had another, was it Saturday? I don't know. But a lot has gone on. I'm again, well, I don't know if I want to say still, I'm again being stalked by the one chick. Yeah. Yeah.
Across the street neighbor?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I was just like in my car, like she does stuff like walk out and be like, she's trying to get me an engage. And I'm like, girl, yeah. I am not doing nothing to your way. Huh?
You know what you need to tell her? Anytime you see her, you need to just be like,
no, I'd be like this. I'd be like, because my thing is, like, first of all, I'm very approachable. If you want to know something and you want to, all you have to do is ask me. And so then she was like standing on the porch, like, stumping and jumping. And she like either my age or older than me. I know he's definitely older than me, but at the end of the day, like, and doing all that. So I just laughed because I'm like, you want me to engage with you on something that I don't have to engage with you about. And I'm like, so it was just like irritating because I'm really trying to get this music together. I'm like, well, I go outside. Sometimes I rehearse outside or in my car because you got the surround sound. My studio is down. I don't have all my equipment anymore because of the leak in my roof or whatever. So, I'm doing that. I'm like, because I just, I have a line dance song, and it's going to be the second reggae line dance song that I know of ever, because the Electric Slide is the first actual dance hall, line dance song. A lot of people don't know that. And so I'm like, I really want to do this. Huh?
A lot of people don't know it's about a vibrator either.
It's not about a vibrator.
It's about a sex toy.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
It is not. That is you saw that video. It's not. It's a reggae dance hall song. It's not about a vibrator. Trust me, I know the artist. It's not about a vibrator. Jamaicans don't do vibrators at all anyway. But at the end of the day, like, what I'm saying? So I was working on that. And, I had found out about the death of my play mom's husband. And, that was a lot. So just like, just coming in vibes. I went on a date That's that part. Yeah. I actually went on 2 dates. I went on 2 different dates with 2 different guys. I went on a date, and after the first date, that's how I ended up
still getting their groove back.
And getting back into dating after a long time of sabbatical of dating, it's a lot. So I went on a date, and it was supposed to be like this whole vibe, like, okay, because the guy, we used to be really, really close, in another way. And it ended up with me crying and being so upset because I don't like when men be like, oh, I'm the man. So, I don't like when men listen, and I don't like when men explain stuff to me and talk to me like I'm the man. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to just do that. I don't like that, energy. And so I was really like, oh my God, I just didn't even know this person anymore. Like, I've known him for 15 years, but it was like my whole time, 15 years with you was a lie because you were faking to me. And it really was devastating. But at the same time, it just let me know that, the people that you think is the realest sometimes it's not, regardless of the fact of how they treat you. You know what I'm saying? If you have something about you that you that I don't know or understand, and it's about me, like if you tell me like, okay, so that's like, you've known me for 20 years, which is example, and this is a part I have to tell this part about my weekend. So you know me for 20 years, but you tell me like 15 of those years I've been in love with you, but I never said anything. In 15 of those years, I've always been nice to you, but I'm very disrespectful and hardcore with other people. To me, I don't know you. So that's what I was basically trying to explain. Like, well, if you've been fake with me all this time and you've been nice to me all this time, and you really not nice, then I don't know you. Like, I know who you shown me who you were, but I don't know exactly who you are or whatever. And it just went all bad. And I usually call him and talk to him about guys and stuff like that. And I sent him a text like days later, like, Dag, I usually call you when something go weird with a guy, but now I can't call you because you're the guy I need to. And this dude like, man, F you, you got it, fuck you. And it was just like, and I was like, well, he like, you disrespected me. I'm like, how did I disrespect you? I don't even curse when I talk to this man. I never even cursed because I always seen him as like a big brother figure before he told me he was interested in me. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, I never cursed at you. I never did anything. And he like, yeah, this and that and the other. And I'm like, I just told you, like, I don't want to be in that energy with you. I want you to be my brother. And that, I guess, pissed him off. And then he tried to hug me, but I'm emotional. And I felt like he was basically rejecting my emotion. And so I'm like, I don't like to be touched when I'm emotional. And I feel like you still being mean to me because in that point, I'm on defense, Right, so that was part of my weekend. And then I went and hung out with another guy and we ended up having a really good vibe.
That's good.
But yeah, it was really good. So that was my weekend.
So I know we want to move on, but I gotta ask, why go on that date when you consider them a big brother, regardless if they said they was interested?
Because he told me it was a brother-sister date. He said, I want to take you out. He was like, I promise it's just gonna be a brother-sister date. But then when we got there, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was just like, and I'm just like, okay. So we was watching this like thriller movie and it was scary. And I'm like, hold my hand. And then he ended up grabbing my face and kissing me. And I'm like, it felt uncomfortable. Yeah. And then he was just doing like, he was just like reach in and like grab my face, but he would pause first. So I'm like, in my mind, I feel like you want to make me feel uncomfortable because I'm telling you that this, how some people do grow up best friends and see each other, and then you got that energy. But I don't feel that energy coming from him. Right. Somebody like you or whatever like that. Right. I don't feel it. And
because if y'all would have got married and you said you married your best friend, I'd have been okay with it,
Right. I got you. But it's like, when he said that, and then he, kept like, come here, give me a hug and everything. So I was just like, I felt like, okay, you're saying this a brother, sister, relaxed date, but
it's not.
It's not coming off like that, and I don't want you to not be yourself with me because yourself saying it wants me, but myself is saying, I want you to be my brother. Mm-hmm. So that's why I went.
No, I got you. No, that's cool. Hey, Couchers, thanks for tuning in. Derek Gray in the building. Ray, what up? Ray Stone in the building. One of my OGs in the building. What up, my guy? Hey, don't forget, I got the phone out so I can see your comments. But if you want your comment on the screen, make sure you go to the Just Therapy, the podcast page on Facebook or YouTube, and we will be able to see your comment. I will be able to put it on the screen so you can see it too, because you already know it's the best interactive podcast in the world, labeled by me, damn it. So all right, let's keep it moving. You already know what we about to do. We about to do childhood memories, y'all. We always like to share one memory of us growing up. It can be funny, crazy, whatever. Listen, you've earned your right to go back to crazy shit again. So I'll start us off. I'll start us off. So listen, I was sitting here the other day and I was thinking, like, have you ever been so constipated you couldn't take a shit? Like, ever?
You couldn't what?
Take a shit. So
oh yeah.
So I don't remember how old I was. I know I was under 18. I was probably 10, maybe 11. I don't know. But either way, I went over to my cousin's house and spent the night. Well, I was supposed to spend the night, but I ended up not spending the night because I was so constipated. My stomach was hurting. And so like it got so bad where when I went home, I think my mom like held my hand while the door was like halfway closed so I could take a shit.
Oh my gosh.
Like that's how bad it was.
Oh my gosh.
It felt like I was giving birth to shit.
Yeah. I bet.
So yeah. Bad. My stomach was all fucked up. My stomach was all knotted up. But I was thinking about that the other day. And I'm like, golly. Like, I don't know what it was. I don't know if I ain't taking shit in a couple of days. But listen, clean yourself out. Make sure you take a shit.
Right. Eat some fruits and vegetables. Drink your water, please.
Worse. I've had as a kid, it was so awful. But I remember it like it was yesterday because I wanted to spend the night. I was ready to have some fun, play some video games with my cousin and everything. And I had to get picked up to go home. So because like my stomach was hurting so much.
That is crazy.
It was all because I was constipated.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
I couldn't take a shit.
It's like, okay, it's okay. And I don't know why, but it just mothers make everything better. Like real moms, like I'm gonna hold your hand, I'm gonna talk, you know. Breathe. This is like boom.
The toilet was like right by the door, so like the door was like pretty much all the way closed except for my hand.
That is funny. She stood outside the door to hold your hand. That's funny.
She stood outside the door, hold my hand while I was taking the shit.
That's crazy. That's funny. I mean, that's beautiful though, because that's mother love, man. It is so crazy.
Oh shit, that shit tickled me so much. That shit is hilarious. Oh my gosh. But yes, so that is my childhood this week.
Let me see. Did I ever tell the Pop Rocks one?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, gosh, that shit's funny.
So you remember the Pop Rock candy, right?
Yes.
And so you know they used to say if you drink a soda with the Pop Rock, it'll make your stomach, your belly explode. Mm-hmm. So my cousin, so we end up, you know, I told you about the truck where he used to sell the candy. You get to ring the bell and everything like that. This particular time, my cousin rung the bell, but she shared her $1 or it was $2 or something, you know, for ringing the bell or whatever. But she was like, "What do you want?" And everybody know that I'm the baby. So like everybody's older than me. And, you know, my brothers and sisters are all 10, 15 years older than me. So I wanted Pop Rocks candy and a soda. Mm-hmm. So she kept telling me like, oh no, I wanted Pop Rocks candy. She got a soda and like some chips and stuff like that. So I'm eating my candy and my chips, but I'm thirsty, so I want some. I'm like, oh, let me get some of your soda. You know, as kids, we drinking all off the same can. It's disgusting.
That's what we did.
Right, that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're different than those. You know, but so she like, no. The older cousin like, no. If you drink the pop, don't let her get none. And I'm thinking they just being mean to me. Don't let her get none. If you drink that and you ate that Pop Rocks candy, it's gonna explode your stomach. So I'm like, I'm thirsty, or whatever like that. But to keep me, you know, if I cry, everybody get a whooping. Cause you know what I'm saying? She just didn't want to hear no noise. Like, so they like, oh, be quiet. That's what you get. All right, you being greedy. And they took my nose and poured the pop in my mouth. Like, that's why your stomach gonna explode and you gonna die and we're gonna have to bury you and your casket gonna have to be closed because your belly gonna be busted. And so, and it's time, boom, I ate the Pop Rocks. Now I drink the pop. Now, trust me, and the whole time we don't ran, swung, flipped over the sliding board or whatever like that. So I ate all this junk food. So of course my belly started hurting. But in my mind, I'm not thinking about all those things that I have done because I'm like baby girl age. So my stomach is, and I'm like, they like, oh, your body stomach, lay down, let me see. And so like my stomach is hard, everything, probably got a pill or whatever. And I'm like, they like, oh yeah, look at it. See those, the Pop Rocks popping. You about to, oh God, your booty go bust. I'm screaming. I'm so devastated because I'm like, my body's about to bust open. I'm gonna die or whatever.
Oh gosh.
And they like, you better be quiet. Worst part, my cousin puts a pillow over my face. And she like, because I'm screaming and she don't want to get in trouble. She's suffocating me. So I can't breathe. I never forget that. Like, it was the worst thing. Anyway, I end up I'm just gassed. It was just gas, of course, because I'm jumping around, eating, everything like that. But my bigger cousin like, get the pillow off her face or whatever like that. And I was so exhausted. I remember I probably passed gas like 15 times and then I went to sleep because I was crying. So I probably was half dead because she suffocated. I was probably half dead because she suffocated the hell out of me. It was terrible.
Hey, that's hilarious though. That is so hilarious.
Yeah, I really thought that my stomach and my boob was about to just blast open. And I mean, I'm looking at cartoons, how they blast open. So that's what I'm thinking is about to happen. And it was torture. It was torture.
That is funny as shit. That's hilarious. All right, y'all, let's get to one of our favorite topics on the show, flowers while they still here. Listen, we love getting flowers still here. Instead of being so conditioned like so many of us are to give people flowers while they're dead and gone. So we like to give people their flowers so they can smell those roses. So this week, my flowers have to go. He's got flowers before, but my flowers got to go to my guy, Pitt. Todd Pittman, a.k.a. nephew. This dude older than me, but I call him my nephew. Because they used to call me their drunk uncle and shit. Because I always had a bottle of Crown Apple with us when we went to Umpire in a different city and shit. But this dude, listen, just the simple fact, like, so I met him it's probably been a good 7-8 years ago, right? And I met him from softball. He umped, and I've had him several times as the umpire in my games or whatever. But this dude was so cool, like instantly connection, right? So like just all around good dude, man. I remember not too long ago, it's been a minute, but I was down in like his area where he lived at, and I hit him up and I was like, hey, what up? I'm in your area, blah, blah, blah. He was like, come through. So I went through and we hung out, had a couple drinks, laughed it up, chopped it up, shit like that. But here recently, anytime I've put something on Facebook that's just, been near and dear to my heart with people, passing away or, me, having, grief come up on me or whatever. He's went out of his way not to just never post it on the post. He would just instantly text me. You know what I'm saying? And he'd be like, I'm here for you if you ever need to talk. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I know how I be, you know what I'm saying? But I'm here for you. And
right.
I got a chance to talk to him yesterday on the phone because I had a question for him about something coming up. And literally, I was just like, hey, before we got on the phone, I was like, listen, I appreciate you. He like, for what? What'd I do? I was like, dude, just you being you is what I appreciate you for. You know what I'm saying? Reaching out when, you know, instead of commenting on Facebook, reaching out to the text message to make sure I'm good, to make sure if I need to talk, he there for me. Like that shit goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? I've had people ask me, who's the person you go to talk? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
people always come to me. I'm a lot of people's unlicensed therapist, and they come to me and we talk out their problems or whatever, and I give my advice or whatever. But somebody was like, who do you go to? And for him to just go out of his way to hit my phone and be like, hey, I'm here if you need me, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you need to talk, I got your back. So, Pitt, nephew, you definitely getting your flowers today, brother. Again, the dude you are. So I appreciate you, love you, fam. And that's who my flowers going to today.
Okay, that's really, really good. I'm gonna just give my flowers to you today. I give you flowers today because with everything that's been going on, and I know that you are blessed every day, but you as a dad and, you know, and especially of a little one, you work with kids all day, in between of the, you know, just vacationing and everything like that. You have gone through a lot of funerals that I know of this year, and you make time to, even if you can't make it to the funeral, you make it to the viewing or maybe the repast, and you're supportive of the people that have lost, you know, and to still come on here and even in the same day sometimes and do what you have to do, which that's a phrase I actually don't like to use, but like, and still entertain and still go to do your shows and still, you know, have to be a dad. That is, people don't know that takes like a certain type of compassion, you know, a certain level of energy, because when you're around people, you go into the funeral, you're already sad, but then you see these people and you rejoice with them, but their sadness attaches itself to you. So I want to give you my flowers today because I know that you have been endured a lot and you're dealing with even only memories of your own and everything like that, but you still check on people, you still look out for people and show love and energy, and that's so amazing. I'm sorry.
No, you good. Just don't make me start crying. Shit, golly. No, I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. I don't look at it as I have to do it. It's like I'm blessed to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? I take it as a privilege. Like I get a chance to be there for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Or be some laughter in somebody else's life. So I definitely don't have to do it. As I get the privilege and honor to be able to do it. So that's how I kind of look at it. You know, you got to look at stuff a little different sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely appreciate your flowers. I probably would have started crying if your ass didn't start crying. So you beat me to it. So I appreciate that.
Oh my gosh. Sorry about that.
No, you good. Listen, come on now. You know, we on the couch. You know, this is how we do.
I'm sorry.
I definitely appreciate you even acknowledging and noticing that. But I definitely appreciate those flowers for real. Those is definitely hit right here with, you know, what you were saying, because you know, just staying prayed up, man. So I'm able to have the privilege to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I kind of look at it. But you know, that's kind of, you know, who God had me to be, who my parents raised me to be, and you know, so I gotta keep at it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but you're still a jerk too sometimes. So
I'm definitely an asshole all day. That ain't gonna stop.
Yeah, so it all plays out.
But no, I definitely appreciate those flowers. Definitely those flowers. All right, let's get into the topics. I think my topic is the first on the docket. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Real quick. Okay, yeah, let's talk about it. So the Detroit judge has been re-enlisted. I don't know if y'all seen this. I want to talk about it a while ago, but we had other like kind of important, funny shit to talk about. So, but of course, you know, what do I like to do? Find the video. So here we go.
A well-known Detroit judge is temporarily off the bench after a controversial interaction with a teenager in the gallery of his courtroom. Judge Kenneth King had the teenager put in handcuffs after she fell asleep in his courtroom during a summer field trip. Glad you're with us at 11. I'm Devin Skillion.
Good evening. I'm Karen Drew in for Kimberly Gill tonight. Our Jacqueline Francis is talking with that teen's mother this evening as this story continues to get a really big reaction online. Jacqueline, what is she saying?
It sure does. Well, this all happened here inside of 36th District Court. That 15-year-old fell asleep while in the courtroom on a field trip. Judge King did not like that. He put her in handcuffs and a jail uniform. And now it's Judge King who's off the bench until further notice.
I can't hear
you. This was the scene in Judge Kenneth King's courtroom Tuesday.
What's your problem today, Ms. Goodman? Right? I don't know you, do I? So why are you being disrespectful to this court?
15-year-old Eva Goodman came to court as a visitor on a field trip with a Detroit nonprofit. But soon she was in handcuffs and a jail uniform. Punishment from Judge King for dozing off.
You sleep at home in your bed, not in court. And quite frankly, I don't like your attitude.
King went so far as to threaten the teen with jail time.
She just don't give a care. I'm tempted to give her some days in jail as a lesson.
But Eva's mom says it's clear who was out of line.
I did see the video. I immediately was upset. I was mad. He took it out of proportion.
The chief judge seems to agree and said Judge King has been temporarily removed from his docket and will undergo necessary training to address the underlying issues that contributed to this incident.
I think it's great. That's what I think. I think he got what he deserved.
In previous comments, Judge King has said he was trying to teach her a lesson, but Eva's mom says that lesson went too far.
He didn't need to do all that. He could have sent her out the courtroom, made her sit out in the hall.
So basically, what reason why I got that up is I want to kind of discuss this. Like, did he go too far? Was it far enough? Was he in the wrong? Could he have did it different? I mean, of course he could have did it different. I mean, especially when you get barred from the court, got to go through some sensitive training, and then the update was they actually kind of punished him and made him go to traffic court, which is definitely a demotion from what he was at.
Yeah.
So they were on a school field trip, and she fell asleep. You know what I'm saying? She was tired. And then some reports said the reason why she was so tired is because they were homeless at the time. So
I will have to see the full thing. Go ahead. You about to give your?
What's up? No, go ahead. Yeah, I mean, I'm just giving what we got so far. Like,
right.
I don't know for sure if they was homeless at the time, but that's what came out. He did get lowered to traffic court after he did his, his or whatever.
I feel like
the most
because she fell asleep. So,
yes. In a courtroom.
Yeah, in a courtroom. Now, let me just give you a pre-observation because I don't have the whole story, and we weren't hearing what she was saying. Now, was she being aggressive? Because he said, "I don't like your attitude." Now, I'm listening to the details of it. People are just saying he put a kid in handcuffs and put her in jail. Okay.
In a jumpsuit. He never
in a jumpsuit. Yeah.
And like
so here's the thing. Like, was she being loud in the girl? Like, did somebody say, "Hey, wake up"? She was like, "Leave me alone," and being disrupting the courtroom. And he said, "Hey, calm that down." And she like, "You don't tell me what to do. I don't care." Like, was it that type of energy? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I get the fact because, okay, like, do the right thing. I get the fact of you trying to teach a lesson or whatever like that. And he didn't put her in a, cell. So he put her in a jumpsuit. The handcuffs, yes. The jumpsuit, I don't know. I really feel like when he kept saying, "You're disrupting my courtroom," and I don't like your attitude. They kept bleaking. Yeah, they kept bleaking out the parts of her saying something back. So my point is, like, y'all punishing him to this level of the fact, to me, he wasn't raunchy. He wasn't talking down to her, to me, from what I seen. I haven't seen the whole video, but this is just my observation. Teenagers sometimes are out of control. Mouths be real fly, you know, So my point is, it takes a village. And if she was in there being disruptive, being sassy, talking back, you know, being whatever, because like I said, they're queuing out her parts. I feel like putting her in handcuffs, like, oh, I can show you what people like you act like do, or whatever like that. I don't see that he was so wrong. You know, put her in handcuffs, take her in the back, you know, whatever like that. Now, having to put on the jumpsuit, how did they put the jumpsuit on her? Did they force it on her? Did they throw her on the ground? Were they being viciously aggressive with her? I don't know that. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, of course, they're using him as an example because they don't want to be sued, kind of thing. And to me, they're taking it too far from him. The mother feels like he took it too far, but you know your kid. You know what I'm saying? In some cases, because some kids don't act how they act around their mother in public. You know what I'm saying? But for him to say, you're disrupting my courtroom and I don't like your attitude, to me, she was getting woken up or whatever like that. She was being loud. Then when he called her out on it, she was being sassy and probably disrespectful. And he was like, okay, I'm going to show you, because that's what he said. And then he had her put in handcuffs and everything like that. I don't see that type of punishment that he's getting for that. Show everything. People always see these 7-minute, 1-minute parts and they, show everything that happened. Even though she's a child, you can't show her on camera that y'all feel, but let us hear what she was saying for him to feel like you were disrupting and your attitude was bad.
No,
I
agree with everything you said. Because like when you break it down that way and you look at it, it was just kind of tough parenting.
Yeah,
he didn't talk down on her. He wasn't disrespectful. I mean, because he's a judge and he's behind him. So he looked at his word. He took his words in consideration from the authority figure that he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if she was sleeping in court, like, come on now, we know that's a no. I've been in court. You ain't gonna fall asleep in court. Like, you know, and I don't like you said, we don't know what she said. We do need the whole video for him to get demoted to traffic court and have to take sensitivity training. I really think that was them trying to make an example and try not to get sued. But for the simple fact, some kids need to have that tough love.
Yeah.
Because like he didn't put his hands on her. And even if, you know, they were, you know what I'm saying, homeless or whatever at that time, she could have said, I am sorry, Your Honor. I didn't get enough sleep because we actually don't have a real place to stay. And I think his attitude would have been different.
Yeah. You know,
sometimes you got to let them know, well, this is like, take responsibility. I apologize for falling asleep in your court, but this is the situation.
Yeah. And even if she didn't tell that part, that's embarrassing. Yeah, but like, I'm sorry, I'm so sleepy. I got some, stuff going on at home. Then he could have called her up there. But it sounds like she was being sassy and disrespectful. And I hate that happened to him.
Yeah.
Due to the fact of, I think he was just trying to be a disciplinary, and it's much needed. We need a village, and people don't want people saying something to their kids or whatever like that. I think, it's sad that he had to be used as an example and something, because I've seen some judges have much worse done to people. But on the other hand, I get it too. Even if she wasn't homeless, being in a courtroom is boring. She's a teenager, they barely sleep anyway. They go on this field trip. They just happy to get out of school. And if she, they could have just had lunch or anything. My sister was the sleepiest teenager. She used to always just be sleeping all the time. And so I get that. she probably was tired or whatever, no matter what the circumstances is, it's boring. I have dozed off in court, yes, and like, oh, okay, trying to
they caught. Yeah, absolutely.
Get myself together. So I can see that happening, but at the same time, if somebody trying to wake you up and you just like, stop touching me and all that, and that you're in the courtroom, she's old enough to know this is not how you're supposed to act, regardless of the fact. And to me, it sounds like she was being, disruptive. And he was punishing her. And I could see, them saying, hey, well, this happened. It won't happen again. Even, get them a little money or something. Like, okay, let's brush it off if you feel like you were done wrong. But for them to not only demote him, take him off the bench, make him do all these courses and classes, that's pure fuckery.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with exactly what you said. So, but like I said, I've been sitting on that for a minute, so I wanted to get that out there.
Yeah. I'm gonna get that video from you.
Yeah, and talk about that because like there's more, and I think there's a longer clip too. That was just a 2:28, and most of it was them talking on the news. But yeah, so I really think it was an overreach on how they disciplined him. In that situation. So that's my opinion too. And
how old is that?
That was this year.
Oh, okay.
It happened a little earlier this year. Yep. A field trip.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry, y'all. I know y'all see me keep yawning, but I've had a long day. And I'm really exhausted, but I'm like, I had to come on today because I was like, I missed you guys last week.
Definitely. All right, let's get into this next topic. We're talking about selfish, right? Explain a little bit more exactly what we're talking about.
Okay, so I'm gonna use me as an example. I ask people, do they think they're selfish? Okay. And I actually took a poll on it, and a lot of people, feel like they are not selfish, but I actually got some people that said that they are. So my question is, are you selfish, and do you know that you're selfish? And how do you know? I've never felt myself to be a selfish person. I'm a very selfless person. And I hear people talk about, especially being a Scorpio all the time, Scorpios can be very selfish. So I used to be like, well, I'm a Scorpio and I'm not selfish at all. And people hear selfishness and they always think about how they treat other people. And I think they don't look at it or how, they represent themselves. But sometimes we don't look at it in a way of how we allow ourselves to be treated. So here's my example. I don't, and please, I know y'all gonna come for me, but I don't like when people have a certain like career or calling or talent or something like that, and they will blow it off to have a hookup. Like, let's say you and your girl, right? And y'all are, together, and she like, and you got a show that night, like a comedy show. And she like, don't go to your comedy show tonight. Like, what I'm saying? Stay here with me. I want to lay up and whatever. And you will call off your comedy show or try to rush through something so you can go lay up or whatever. To me, like, that's just some pussy shit. Like, it's like, it just pisses me off. When I have a show or anything going on, when I do it, I'm focused on that. I got to have my merchandise set up. I got to make sure I know how many of everything I have. I want to make sure I have it packed up. I have a very specific way of packing. My mind is clearly on that. And so it's like, if you want to spend time with me, either you coming over here to pack these boxes up, or because I don't have time. I have to be double. I'm like, when people say tunnel vision, I have double tunnel vision. I'm focusing on my music. I'm focusing on my merchandise. I need to make sure I'm in the right mind. I don't want nobody coming over here trying to be, in the mood with me. Because if you bite my lips or suck on my tongue too hard or something like that, I got to sing. This is my, you know what I'm saying? this is my instrument. Anything, don't try to deep throat me too much. Something, I don't know. But I just feel like that is very important to me. So with the situation, with the data I told you about, it's like this guy. Okay, so if there's this guy, he asked to be in a relationship. I mean, people asked to be with me,
okay,
regular, but he wanted to be with me. And in my mind, I'm rebuilding from being in going through all I went through, the pandemic, everything.
Right.
I'm rebuilding right now. That's my frame of mind. I need to rebuild, and I'm like that. I'm a natural caretaker. If I start dating you, I'm going to dive into that.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm trying to build right now. And so, he was asking me, he's like, can you take a day off? When I was Ubering, he was like, can you take a day off and spend a day with me? Now, I've had guys ask me to take a day off, but they like, whatever you're going to feel like you're going to make for the day, I'm going to give you.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he's asking me to take a day off. So I'm like, no, no, I can't take a day off. I got shit to do or whatever like that. And sometimes even if the guy offer money, I just don't feel like I like being able to move. And I don't want to not do what I'm supposed to do just to lay up, because that'll make me feel away.
Yep.
So I'm like,
you ain't gonna be there.
So my homeboy was trying to like rush a session one day because he wanted to go lay up with his girl, and I just was like, I was looking at him in a way, and to me, I was looking down on him, and I said, "Damn," because I wouldn't do it. Am I selfish for that? So I said, I'm selfish because people want to be with me and want to lay up with me and want me to be their girl. And only thing on my mind is business, music, everything like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can kick it, but we're going to kick it. We're going to kick it when I have time to kick it with you.
Right.
And I was like,
you're absolutely right. So I look at that as being selfish in two different ways, right? Because so it's almost not really being selfish because you want to do what you do and use your instrument, or you know what I'm saying, make that bill money or whatever, right? First off, let's go even back to your little analogy. That's never gonna happen with anybody I date, period. They just come to the show with me. Like, you come in the show and you get digged out afterwards. But but the simple fact of no one's going to stop me from using my gift, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those things, you got to use your gift or you will lose your gift.
Right.
So it's a selfish point, but it's almost like you get the opportunity to do that. I'm not going to take a day off just to lay up. Like, no, like I get days off, you know what I'm saying, when I'm not doing something. So catch me on one of them days off and then we can lay up. Like, that don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? And for the simple fact of it almost goes to the fact of when we was talking about the recap, right? If I'm gonna do something, I want to do it right. I don't want to half-ass do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those people that want to half-ass go through something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm gonna be there for somebody, I'm gonna be there. And I'm not gonna pass it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think it's like a selfish thing, like a bad selfish thing. I think it's almost like a good selfish thing. Sometimes you gotta be selfish with your time. You know what I'm saying? To protect your peace and protect, you know, what your craft. You know what I'm saying? Because it would be selfish not for you not to, you know, practice fully and go all out practice. Because you know, I heard this during sports. You play how you practice. So if you don't practice hard, you go play soft as shit. You know what I'm saying? Lollygagging around. You know when it's a time to play and when it's a time not to. You know what I'm saying? So when you take stuff serious and you want to do the best you can do, you go all out. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think it's a bad selfish. So in my point of view, I think everybody's a little bit selfish in certain kind of ways, because the people that ask you to lay up and skip something that's important to you are selfish.
Yeah.
They being selfish and trying to ask for your time, knowing they shouldn't get that time. You know what I'm saying? They can get that time after you done doing what you really do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think they're selfish. And I think you're selfish in a good way, but they're selfish in a bad way because they want you to drop everything for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it almost kind of goes back to, you know, way past episodes when we was talking about different people. When the one chick that I was talking to, we weren't even really dating, was like, well, like, how do you want to be like away from the state or whatever? You know, this is way before Lil Mama was even born. Like, why do you want to be away from the state and you want to, you know, be on the road and make people laugh for days on end? Like, I need somebody that's gonna be with me. Well, I ain't the right person because like, I love my craft and I love brightening somebody else's day. Like, I don't know going through that day. They might need me that day.
Right.
But we won't know until like after the show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not about to let your selfishness override my selfishness where I'm trying to brighten somebody else's day with my laughter and what I do. And so
and I felt like I'm the type of person, like if I lay in the bed, because you know, I mean, I deal with a lot. You know, and I'm sorry, no. I deal with anxiety, and I said I'm gonna stop saying I deal with a lot because I need to just definitely express the fact, and I want to be open about my emotional state. I deal with that, and sometimes I might be like, I don't want to go, or I ain't feeling it, or I don't feel for it. I want somebody to say, okay, you don't feel for it, but you're still gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I need somebody to say like, okay, well, how many shea butters you need to make? How many this? Like, I'm about to do that. Like, you know, we about to get up and go. Like, you're not about to not go to rehearsal. You're not about to not show up for no show. I'm about to go and I'm going to be there with you. Look at me. I'm your mirror. You're going to do it and it's going to be good. And I got you. You know, that's the type of, like, I need that type of discipline and I need that type of energy.
And you need that motivation and that person in the corner. Like, I'm not going to let you take no day off just because you're not pulling up to it. Like, somebody might need you that night.
Right. You know and that has happened
bring
before.
Your energy to that stage because people need that energy. Let's go and enjoy the night and do what you do. And I'll be sitting here waiting. And when you done and you tired, I'll rub your back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, and that's what I need. Like, if I'm, you know, I want to be that person because I'm that person for somebody, you know, and I find it that sometimes people, you know, I've seen people like, oh yeah, well, I don't do this, I don't do that. And like one person told me like, you know why you won't reach a certain level in your life? He's like, because you're not selfish, because you're not cutthroat. He like, a lot of people have this selfishness about them. And he like, you see how this person don't do this? He like, how do you feel about that? I'm like, it's sad that they don't do it. He like, you know why? Because he is selfish. But he was like, not in a bad way. He's like, I got to protect my peace. And I never looked at it in that way before. So when you just said that, I agree. Because I was like, oh, okay. Well, you know, because you got to look at things from every different side of the box. And he was like, you know, you're not a cutthroat person. Like, I'm a person like, if you feel like I need somebody on the show, but it's two of y'all, I'll automatically say, well, pick her, pick him, you know, pick them or whatever like that. If a dude like, he like, man, I really dig you, but I dig her too. Choose her, you know, and I'm never going to let you choose me because I want that person to have the opportunity. He told me, and one of the rockstars said, that's selfish. Like, how do you know that's their, how do you know that's their blessing? So basically, if you say choose her, but you're supposed to be who are you to take and give your blessing away? And I'm like, because I feel in my spirit, I'm blessing them. And he was like, I see that too. And he was like, I see that too. He's like, but it's really whatever's supposed to happen is supposed to happen.
Right.
And I find that I see a lot of people that are selfish in a bad way. And then there are people that are selfish in a good way. And I don't try to, and I really don't try to judge, but we all do sometimes, you know, to the fact. And I'm like, I don't like to see people that will mess up their moment. Like, you know, or, oh, I'm about to just lay up with him. Or I see it all the time. All my upbringing where men and women will rather I'd rather be with this person than to make this dream come true, or to do these things, or to go out and whatever. Or I just would rather not try my talent because I don't know what's going to happen, or somebody might judge me, or somebody might make me feel away. To me, it's like, when you're doubting yourself, that's selfishness. You're being selfish with yourself. When you're not taking a chance, and when you don't step out on something, and you don't create something or whatever, like that is selfish as fuck. And you might just say, I'm just scared and I'm not like this. But you're not only holding back for you, but all the people that you can bless, or all the people that you can uprise, or all the people that you may touch. I've had a situation where I didn't go to a show. I didn't go to the show because I didn't feel for it, and because of everything that was happening and connected with the show, and it just didn't work with my spirit. But my people showed up, my family showed up, and there were people in the audience that I came for you, and I needed you, and you weren't there, and it broke me, even though I didn't feel it. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that, it meant something. So, I just was wondering, like, some of us go through this world, we don't know if we're being, I was like, wow.
Yeah, my bad. I was just messing something. Sorry.
I do that all the time. That's how I got kicked off earlier. It's like we all have a certain level of either with relationships, career-wise, family, being a parent, it's just this certain level of selfishness that some of us don't even know that we have, and we don't even understand the level of it.
No, you're right. And what you said just made me think of something, right? So I remember I was dating this one girl. This was many years ago, many moons ago. And she was she was actually on a student visa at Kent State, and we it was a good relationship, right? And she was doing her dissertation, which is like the last part of getting the master's or whatever it is. I'm not sure, but doing her dissertation, and she was about to graduate, right? And they had the opportunity. They was like, so when I'm done with my dissertation, I get to go and apply, and I got accepted to my dream job. It was in DC, and I want to say it was for the Department of Defense, right? And that's what they went to school for, to finally get that dream job. And they were mad at me because I wasn't selfish. Because I'm like, listen, you go and do your thing. Like, this is something you worked on for a long time to get to the point, and you finally get the job. I'm not gonna tell you no. Stay.
How dare you?
Like, there's no way I'm telling you to stay for me and pass up your dream job, because that's just not me. That's not
you didn't fight for me.
And so they was like, "Oh, you're not gonna fight?" No, like, right? You're not gonna fight? No, it's not. I'm not fighting for you. I'm fighting. I am fighting for you.
Yeah.
So go and live out that dream job. Go get that dream job that you wanted. You didn't come to school and do all this and do the dissertation and get good grades and and whatever, master the dissertation or ace it, whatever you want to call it. I ain't been in school that long, for me to hold you back from something that you've been living, what I'm saying, been going through school for and striving to get, and you finally get that, and you think I'm gonna hold you back and be like, nah, stay for this dick. No, never. No, not at all. I mean, I know it's great, but I'm not gonna make you stay for that. Like, no, go do what you do. We can still be friends and all that. And when you come in town, we'll hang out and all that shit. But I am not going to stop you from doing what you want to do. That's just not me. And she was pissed at me for that. But that's just not me. I'm not going to, you should have told me to stay. No, fuck you mean? I'm not telling you to stay for me. No, hell no. No, not at all.
Yeah.
Go live your dream job. Go get that dream job. I'm not stopping you from that.
Yeah, and you know what? That reminds me of Love Jones when her girl, talked to her and was like, "Well, okay, yeah, tell him." And then if he flip out, you should stay. But if he be like, "Cool, then go." And I see people do that type of energy all the time too. Women and men like to. I don't play that game. Of course you want somebody to fight for you, but I don't want to give you a reason to have to fight for me. and this is one thing I'm very direct with what I'm feeling. I'm very, very direct. If I want you, I let you know I want you. And it's sometimes, and I guess it comes off kind of intimidating or whatever like that, or some guys like to chase or whatever. And don't get me wrong, because I mean, maybe because mouse, I like to be chased, but it's like I don't really have that type of time to play like, too much of the cat and mouse game or whatever. Life is too damn short. Like if I feel you, I feel you. And I've always been like this, I'm the girl that like, I said, I'll send you some wings and a drink across the room. Like, boom, it's sunshine over here, baby. Like going to Harlem Night your ass and send you a drink or something, whatever comes out of it comes out. I don't, pacify my feelings at all, because I just think that is a waste of time. That's time that we can be, connected. But also, I'm very dainty, of course. I don't come out like, hey, little nigga, like me or something, but I'll definitely be like, like, oh, you're very nice looking or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I don't really like to play games. I don't have the time for all of that. And somebody told me that was selfish, like, and I'm like, I never figured myself as a selfish person, but how you broke it down is similar to what someone else said to me. So, I mean, it's just like, I guess, we can't always look at it in a bad way, and because I know some selfish people and Scorpios too that are very, very selfish. And I just be like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So to answer the topic, yes, everybody's a little selfish, sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad way, but
gotcha.
You gotta do it. But I had to laugh because, when you say Harlem Night Sunshine, one of my favorite movies, top 5, of course.
Of course.
Hey, darling, put your mama on the phone. Hey, baby, I ain't coming home. Okay.
Right. I ain't never coming home no more. Yeah. Like that was so funny. And that's one of my faves. But
man.
Yeah.
So listen, y'all chime in. Let us know if you're selfish in a good way or a bad way. You know what I'm saying? And we'll pick up right after the break.
Oh, right. Or have you ever realized have you ever thought that you weren't selfish and then you realize, oh yeah, I am a little selfish?
That's true. Either way, but chime in after the break or during the break. We'll read them. You already know how we do. But I think this is a perfect time to take our one and only sponsor break. Please don't go nowhere. More BBC, more Just Therapy. You already know who I am, and I'm taking us to break, baby.
Primal Screen in Kent, Ohio. For all your screen printing and embroidery needs. Quality work, on time, fair prices. For more information, call 330-677-1766. Again, 330-677-1766. Or check us out online, primalscreenprinting.com. If you mention a podcast, you get 5% off. Peace.
Custom Design Aquariums, where we bring your aquatic dreams to life. With your help, using your imagination, together, we will turn your home or office into a peaceful getaway. For a free consultation, call 330-475-5181 or contact us by email at customdesignaqua@gmail.com. Once again, that is customdesignaqua@gmail.com. Mention this podcast and get 5% off. Yo, we already know what it is. Back on another beautiful Monday evening. I got the best place for you for pizza. Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. They got 3 locations. First location is 1909 Bailey Road, Cuyahoga Falls. Their phone number is 330-928-2222. Second location is across the street from Rubber Duck Stadium in downtown Akron. Their address is 325 South Main Street, Akron. Phone number is 330-849-5707. And their third location is on 3031 Graham Road, Stowe, Ohio. Their phone number is 330-673-9410. You know what? The thing I love about Twisted Tomato Pizzeria, especially the downtown location, has to be the beer wall, because they got 36 glorious types of beer, wine, ale, IPAs, lagers, whatever you can think of. I like to call it the Dave and Buster's of beer, because you go in there, you put money on a card, you take the card, you walk up to the tap the card on the tap, and you pour as much beer, wine, or ale as your heart desires. I mean, it's so good. When it hits your lips, it's just so good. Another thing I love about Twisted Tomato Pizzeria is that they cater to your taste buds. Anything you order, specialty, non-specialty, it's always created to your liking and taste buds. It's always right, always perfect, always good. I know me, I'm a cheeseless type of person. So anytime I order something, I say no cheese, extra sauce with all the fixings. And I swear, every time I take that bite, it just be like, bitch. Like, it's just that damn delicious. Make sure you check out Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. If you're ever in the Cuyahoga Falls, Stowe, or Akron area, you have to check them out. Another thing, when you mention Just Therapy, the podcast, you get a 10% discount. Listen, money off a good food purchase is always welcomed. So make sure you do that. Ask for the owner, Brad Culver. And I'm not just saying this because they are the official sponsor for Just Therapy, the podcast, but they pizza and food is just so damn delicious. So make sure you check them out. Just Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. Mention Just Therapy, the podcast. Get a 10% discount. And don't forget, if it's pizza, it's definitely possible. Twisted Tomato Pizzeria, y'all. Yes, yes, yes. And we are back. Listen, we got a slew of plugs for this week. So I'll start. You know what? I'm gonna do it. So I got some stuff coming up here very shortly. I have a fundraiser I am in. This is for St. Augustine School Auditorium. Their address is 195 7th Street, Northwest Barberton, Ohio. I am the host of this thing. It's going to be live music, poetry. They're trying to uplift the kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's actually students giving poetry, and it's for the adults, but it's going to be, students giving poetry as well. So it's going to be a good time. I'm going to bring that clean comedy, you know what I'm saying? Do what I do. So that's coming up. Make sure you check it out Friday. That's Friday, October 18th, 7 to 9. Check it out. The following week, I will be in Youngstown. Come holler at me, y'all. Friday comedy night live at Charles Staples Pit Boss Barbecue. Friday, October 25th. Showtime is 8:30 p.m. I'm not sure where I'm going in the lineup, but check it out. It is $6 in advance, $10 at the door. And I'm telling you this right now, it won't be a disappointment because I'm on the fucking show. You already know what we doing. You already know. Also, as always, it's back. It's late, but it's back. You already know what it is. I'm starting off late, so I am behind the gun in this, but it is the 13th annual suicide prevention fundraiser, Monday, November 9th. Sis, make sure you come out because we're not having a podcast. So if you come out, we'll do maybe a segment on the stage. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Make sure you send me those flyers too.
I will. November 11th, doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 7. It is a $15 donation. It is not a ticket price. It is the donation. And I'm splitting it this year. Usually all the proceeds go to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, but I'm switching it up. I'm doing 50% to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I'm doing 50% to the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. I'm splitting it up. I want to give my state some love as well as the whole thing some love as well. It is featuring myself. Well, not really featuring because I'm hosting the thing. You already know what I'm doing. I'm gonna break down some stats and let you know about depression, suicide, and all that good shit. Well, not all that good shit, but I'm gonna break that shit down. Also, we like to have a moment of silence for the people we lost to suicide because we are the survivors of them. So make sure you come out. It is at the Funny Stop Comedy Club. It is, of course, sponsored by Just Therapy, the podcast. Damn it, you already know what it is, you know. So make sure you come out. It's always a good time. I always got funny ass comics. They donate their time because they do not get paid to be on this show. They donate their time. And last year, woo, man, last year's lineup, you will never see again. I had 6 headliners on one show. And it was beautiful because you already know I headlined, but it was 6 headliners on one show for a $15 donation to a great cause, 2 great causes at that.
Nice.
So make sure you come out. All right. And as always, Sis got some gigs coming up. That is this motherfucking Friday. Come check it out.
Saturday.
October 12th. Saturday. My bad. Thank you. This Saturday, October 12th. At the Negative Space Galleria located at 1541 East 38th Street between Payne and Superior. Time starts at 6 to 11, featuring a slew of great reggae artists. Make sure you check that out. And once our sis is done, she running over to the Grog Shop to work with everybody's favorite reggae artist in Cleveland, Carlos motherfucking Jones, with Miss BBC and the Queens. Make sure you check them out. It's going to be a whole bunch of great vibes. Check that out. That is Saturday, October 12th. Please, if you can go to both, go to both. But if you only can go to one, go to one. Make sure you check out our co-host with the mostest, Miss BBC, doing her damn thing. Make sure y'all check it out. All right. All right. Now that that's done, we are back.
Well, that was plug.
Hey, plug away, damn it. You already know.
Yes. No, definitely.
I'm telling them, like, man, you got something going on, man. Send me the flyer. I'll promote your shit for free, man.
Yeah, make sure you definitely send me all those flyers. And especially, you know, when you're doing donations and stuff like that, it's definitely a lot of people look over donation things because they don't really understand them. So I like to break them down. I'm a very dramatic promoter when it comes to a lot of stuff, but I also have gotten so far out of it and I haven't been using that part of my craft like I used to. And I heard you say earlier, if you don't use it, you lose it. And I feel like I have lost the energy for it. And I was making a video yesterday. I'm a dramatic promoter and I want to definitely give, especially the suicide one, because I was a suicidal teenager. A lot of people don't know that. And I know how hard it can be to, deal with certain problems, especially as teens.
Yes.
And I would like to definitely pour more into that because we'll talk about it later. But anyway, we're back. We're back.
I'm looking behind the 8 ball, but I'm looking for gift cards, gift certificates, gift baskets, no monetary donation unless you just come in and donate at the door. And everything that I bring in, gift cards, gift baskets, gift certificates, all being raffled off to make more money for the 2 Foundation. So that's all everything goes to. I don't get paid from this. I get the spot for free because I've been doing it there for so long. And they make money off of drinks and food. So when you come, bring an appetite, make sure you become thirsty because they got good food, they got good drinks, and we gonna have a good time. We might cry a little bit, but then we definitely go laugh out at the end. So make sure you come out. And if you do know people or you want to donate, jump in our inbox. Go to Just Therapy, justtherapypod@gmail.com. You can email me, but I'm taking gift cards, gift certificates, gift baskets. If you know of a place that would like to donate, reach out. If you need flyers to pass out to talk to people to get donations, reach out. I got you because I am behind the 8 ball and I always do this by myself every year. So the more help, the better. I always welcome help, and if I forgot to do it by myself, it's got to be done. So, all right, let's get back into it. So this week, we are doing one of my favorite topics at the end. But before we get to that, we got to do your thoughts. I like leaving that your thoughts in that topic list because these your thoughts be coming in handy and they be coming in clutch and we be having some great conversations on it. So I have to
thank you
get this one off my chest right now because I heard this when I was on break today. When I was at the school, I was taking a little break, and I tried to call in to put my 2 cents in. So, and I couldn't get in or whatever the fuck. But they were talking about child support on the radio today, and I definitely need to throw my 2 cents out there. But this was the situation. So it was a person. They was having sexual relations, and the one person was an athlete, the other person wasn't. I mean, I'm not gonna do that.
Don't do it.
I'm not. So
my hand was already going up as soon as I heard you say. I'm
not even gonna go there. So the guy was an athlete. The girl was, whatever, hanging out. They was having relations. She signed a contract of child support, right? When they had a kid together from their relations. If you don't use a condom, that tends to what happens. Y'all come and have a baby together, okay? Literally come and then have a baby together. So it was a contract. He was an athlete. He was paying $20,000 a month for child support. She signed the contract. He got a new deal. He's making more money than he was when he first proposed the contract about child support. So she doesn't want $20,000 a month anymore. She wants more. So the question that they were asking, is this fair? Is this right? So, and the bad part about it, not the bad part about it, but sis, I kind of know where you're going to come at on this. I think I know. I never know, but I think I know where you coming at on this side of the equation, right? I think. I'm not sure. It might be different, but this is what I want to put out there first. I think she's being greedy. I think she's being money hungry because $20,000 a month is well.
Wait, you said a week. Is it a week or a month?
A month.
Okay, a month. Okay. At first you said a week. Okay.
$1,000 a month is what? $5,000 a week. Right? That's about right. If it's 4 weeks in a month, sometimes it's 5, but we'll do 4. $5,000 a month. Take care of your seed, okay? To me, that is well over enough to take care of a child. When you ask for more just because the other person got a new contract for them performing in their field, because poetry, singing, comedy, athletes, you perform in your field, right? She wants more and thinks she deserves more. And I think she's being selfish in a bad way, being entitled in the worst way. And I think she wants the extra money to pat her lifestyle so she doesn't have to do anything. Because you do the math on $20,000 a month. Because you do the math on $20,000 a month, that's $240,000.
I feel what you're saying.
A year. I know people who ain't even making $40,000 a year and taking care of a seed by themselves, a household by themselves. I think it's ridiculous. I think she is being a money grubbing person. That's my take.
Okay. Okay, so boom, let's start here first. You said you think you know what I'm about to say.
I think.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
What do you think that I was about to say?
I think you siding with me.
I've
been wrong before.
Oh, okay. I have two versions of it. I do side with you.
Okay.
I do side with you because this child support stuff, here's the thing. If you're co-parenting, right? I don't know what's in the contract, but if you are co-parenting, that means that you're both already taking care of the kid. You know what I'm saying? So to me, you know, I kind of feel like in some cases, a lot of the child support is BS because the men always get so effed, you know what I'm saying, over when it comes to child support. If we're co-parenting and I get the kid and you get, you know, how the kid and I might have him for the summer or however the thing go, because he's in sports, of course, he can't be as much, you know. I feel like that's just, it's very, very selfish. $20,000, trust me. If you're giving me $20,000, now, what do you do? What do I do? Everybody know, like I'm surviving regardless. You know what I'm saying? I have my little stuff that I do, my music and everything like that. So to me, you know, $20,000 a month at that. So, you know what I'm saying? You're getting this monthly. Really, I don't know people's lifestyle, but I really don't need so much. I'm a minimalist. You know what I'm saying? I've never been into fashion, you know, like name brand. I don't need to wear that because I feel like only people that need to wear so much name brand is people that need to be seen, need to be heard, need to be whatever. Mm-hmm. Most of these celebrities only wear name brand when they're going on the red carpet. Most of them don't even wear name brand when they're going on, you know what I'm saying? So what type of lifestyle you're trying to live or whatever like that. Now, so I think it is being very selfish. I think that if you signed a contract and you signed to an agreement, then you should have put your 2 cents in to say, well, if this changed, does this change for me? His contract was being renegotiated. So this is my other part. When your contract is being renegotiated, you got more. So I see her kind of point, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, your contract renegotiated, why can't mine? Or whatever. You know, however, to me then, now I say this, I don't agree with it. I'm just saying this. Mm-hmm. Because your child is not a game. Your child is not you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's a father, especially if he's a father that's involved. If he's a father that is involved with this child or whatever like that, how dare you? You know, I think it's very selfish, very money hungry or whatever like that. Now, if it's something different and you feel like, I mean, and he's not involved, the contract basically said you will get paid, but I don't want to have shit to do with that child because we don't know what the contract really says. You will get paid every month, but you don't have to, you know, I don't want to have nothing to do with that child. And you are doing it on your own. Yeah, there are people, depending on how you're living or whatever like that, you know, you might, whatever. But if don't feel like you don't want to pay that extra either because you feel like she's using it for whatever. The lifestyle, I mean, the caretake is the caretake, no matter what. The house payments, the gas, lights, whatever like that, it still has to be done. So when people feel like, well, she only want to use it to pay her bills, well, the bills cover the child, you know, kind of thing. Do it because you feel like, hey, I could use that extra help. Don't do it because you feel like if you get more, I should get more too. Because my career has nothing to do with you. Me taking care of my child is what I'm doing and what we established. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's a very picky thing, but I don't like when women do that. I find it, or men, because there are men that get child support from their celebrity people that have custody of their children. I think, to me, child support for people that are willing to take care of their kids is pure fuckery. People that co-parent, I think it's pure fuckery. I think it's just like insurance and everything like that. It's a scam. It's always harder on the men than it is the women. And I feel like for you to want to say, oh, well, if you're getting more, I should get more, because that has nothing to do with the kid at this point. So, but I do see somebody saying, well, your contract getting renegotiated, can mine too. But I just think that using a kid for money, to me, it's basically like selling off your kid.
Yeah, pretty much. So like while you were talking, I'm breaking down stuff. Even if your rent is $5,000, like $5,000 a month,
that's
like,
1 week.
Where are you living? Right, because that's what you did in 1 week, right?
Yeah.
So your rent is $5,000 a month, or your mortgage is $5,000 a month.
Ooh.
That's still a lot. That is a nice ass place to live. You still have $15,000 left. Kids don't eat $15,000 worth of food, period. They don't wear $15,000 worth of clothes. They don't wear $15,000 worth of shoes. Your bills don't cost $15,000. When I hear these ridiculous amounts because the people are celebrities,
thank you.
It baffles me a lot of times, because when you get those single moms, right, that's getting $60 per kid, and they're getting like $100 or $200 or $300 a month,
right,
for child support, right, when it's really not enough.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to the single dads, right, where the single dad don't get shit, right, where it's been 2.5 years where people don't see a child support payment, and then you finally get that child support payment, but it's still only $120 a month. You want to fix your motherfucking mouth to say you just got $73 in child support. You should be obligated to drop off such and such. What? Like, man, kick motherfucking rocks, man. Like, you got me bent.
No,
like,
it's
$120 don't cover anything.
No,
for anybody in a month, let alone
and let's say, because kids get sick a lot. I mean, you deal with this all the time. And if you don't, let's say, okay, so some single dads work at jobs where they don't have medical insurance. And what happens is when it's total difference. I know a lot of single dads that literally have custody of their children, and they try to apply, they work, but they try to apply at least for medical for their kids, not even for themselves. Or, you know, they don't get to get foods. Like, women can work and have custody of their kids and still get some type of benefit. Men have to fight to the torture of the dam to get any type of help or support, HEAP, PEP, or whatever. And I know a dad that has a custody of his kids, and he's still paying the mom child support. She dropped the kids off and was like, whatever, but she's still getting the child support. And he's been fighting, like, I have custody of my kids. And it's like, it's going on deaf ear, you know what I'm saying? And
he need a lawyer.
He need a lawyer. That's what and he keeps saying, I can't afford one. And I'm like,
you gotta go find one.
Do a fundraiser, do something. Like, I wish I can hope. It's very frustrating to see that, like I said, you know, I'm a very big advocate when it comes to the men. And I don't, now, it's a lot that goes with it when it comes to child support. Like, even when, like, a dude, like, you know, don't want to, you know, have a baby. He told you he don't want to have a baby or whatever like that. And, you know, I know situations where men, like, women was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get rid of it, and the man give her money and she don't get rid of it, and then he end up having to pay child support. To me, I think that's like real messed up, because y'all supposed to have took care of it. It's so many things that when it comes to that, and I feel like men really get the ass end of it, and the courts don't care. Like, a man could be making $432 every week or 2 weeks, and they will take $300 if he have more than one kid, and sometimes just one kid. And it just like, you know, I think it's just pure selfishness, instead of, to me, like, okay, finding ways. Like, to me, if you got joint custody or you're co-parenting, I don't feel like a person should have to pay child support. Child support should be for the mofos that don't take care of their kids, won't come around, don't pick them up or nothing. Like, you just knew you were having these kids and you had back-to-back kids with this woman, and then you just skimped out and you just a deadbeat ass dad. That's who child support should be for. People that co-parent should not have to pay child support. So
I agree with the deadbeat part, but I can't 100% agree with you, because like, for the simple fact, like, I'm a full-time parent, and yes, they see him on the weekend or whatever, but I still need that help. Like,
that's not co-parenting, because they
Right.
see him on, I mean, to me, that
Right.
to me,
No, I
co-parenting means
get what you're saying, because like, I can't, like, they said I was making too much to get, EBT card, whatever the fuck it is. Like,
yeah. To me,
but-
co-parenting is like we both like the same amount of time. You know what I'm saying? That's like,
No,
let's
yeah, that's
say,
definitely co-parenting. Yes, absolutely.
yeah, that, or I mean, joint parenting, when it's like they're with me.
Co-parenting, joint parenting.
Yeah.
Same difference. Yeah,
That's what I mean. Like, people, like, just because you get kids on the weekend. Now, to me, if that's the only way you can co-parent, then I mean, I don't know. That joint custody, and that really, when you like, I got her for 6 months and you got her for 6 months type, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if we,
absolutely.
you got school year, I got summer, winter, vacation, or whatever like that. I'm talking about like those big chunks where we're splitting our time, with the child, anything like that. That's what I mean. I don't mean like these, I pick them up every other weekend, type of functions. So no, I don't agree.
Absolutely. So my girl chimed in. She said his contract got renegotiated because he did better at his job. Did she do better at being a mom to renegotiate her ridiculously amazing contract?
Who was that?
My girl, Lisa.
Oh, okay. I agree.
Yeah, I'm sure she didn't. But I'm sure it's literally just to get more money to support her lifestyle, not her kids' lifestyle.
Yeah, I feel like I can hear somebody saying that.
$1,000 a month, $5,000 a week is well more than enough.
Yeah, it is. That's my thing. Like, I totally agree.
$5,000.
That's
if
his.
you got a $5,000 mortgage, your house is worth about $500,000. Like,
yeah, it's it's all in the vibes.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I had to talk about this because they were talking about it and I couldn't get through because, like, wow, are you like serious? God, luckily, you know what I'm saying? God willing, I'm able to get, medical, you know what I'm saying? But there's nothing else I can get. But like,
yeah,
that chump change ain't shit,
Yeah, for real.
People do what they do, man. So, but again, I had to address it. I had to talk about it before I lost my mind. So,
yeah, I agree. That's a lot.
Yeah. All right, let's get to a lighter subject. I'm back with you. We got to do this week. Crazy, funny, fucked up news. Yeah. And I got a video from it thanks to our co-host. It's BBC. Yeah. You didn't even know.
I didn't even know.
No, you probably don't even remember. Probably don't even know what I'm about to do.
I don't know, but I know when I see it, I probably will.
I'm sure you will. So
I hope I remember.
Crazy, funny, fucked up news.
My name is Julius.
What's the matter, baby?
2 years old, and I'm addicted to balloons. They're beautiful. They're soft, smooth, delicate. I have a connection with them.
Okay.
My name is Julius. I'm 62 years old, and I'm addicted to balloons. They're beautiful. They're soft, smooth, delicate. I have a connection with them. Intellectually, I know that balloons are not alive, but sometimes I wonder if it's my love for them that brings them to life.
I want to fast forward this shit so bad, and I can't.
Balloons, that's kind of strange.
Julius has been addicted to balloons for over 5 decades. It started when he was a child as an innocent attraction to the shapes and colors. Now Julius has filled his home with over 50,000 balloons and can't sleep unless he's surrounded by them.
I love all balloons, but I do have my favorites. I like the crystal clear, the transparent. It's like a soap bubble, you can see through it. I've got the long ones, the round ones, but my favorite is the spherical ones. Why? I don't know. I guess it's like a guy that prefers blondes or brunettes. I'm 62 years old.
Julius is so addicted,
and I'm
he
addicted
even
to
has an
balloons.
entire room dedicated to balloons.
This is my balloon sanctuary. They're beautiful. They're soft, smooth, brunettes, for the 5 foot. You can take a lot of abuse. It's also a sexual love.
There we go.
When I see a beautiful balloon, my heart starts to flutter and I get aroused. I'll take a 12-inch and I'll inflate it to 11-inch. That way it can take a lot of abuse. I'm holding one, you know, hugging it. I'll kiss it. And it's like being in heaven. I mean, don't you like to hug and kiss the woman that you love? There's lots of people out there that feel the same way as I do about balloons. But there's two groups of the lunar group. You got the poppers that get aroused by popping balloons, and you got your non-poppers. I'm a non-popper.
Julius's addiction to balloons started when he was hospitalized at just 4 years old.
My mother come to visit one time, and she gave me a real nice blue balloon. But that night, the nurse grabbed it, and I heard the balloon pop. So after she left, I just cried myself to sleep.
Since then, the sound of a balloon popping devastates Julius, and he even rescues balloons he believes to be in danger.
I'll go to car dealerships and do what I call a balloon rescue. When they set them out early in the morning, they're really beautiful. And as the sun bakes on them, they get really dull, misshapen. I feel, you know, like I give them a second chance at life.
But Julius doesn't share his extreme love for balloons with many people.
The only people that know him is my family. My wife thinks it's strange, but she accepts it.
Yeah, I remember.
I had to put it the other way so I can fast forward to the part I wanted everybody to see. He has a get out of here for a second, please. Come on, please. You'll be back in a second. No. Stop playing. He has a sexual fetish of balloons.
And he has a wife. I didn't even know he was going to say that.
He has a wife. And of course, she did not want to participate in filming because she didn't want to go to work and be ridiculed, because if they recognize her husband, she's already going to be ridiculed. Period. He has a sexual fetish for balloons, balloons. Like, he's literally like, I guess, like.
Yeah. Here's the thing about it too.
It's like he takes the air, he takes a little bit of air out of the balloon so it can take more damage. Like, what?
Abuse. He said abuse.
Yes.
Yeah. To me, I was just like, whoa. And he's like, okay, so 4 years old, that's when his, thing, started or whatever like that. I trust me, I've experienced a lot of people with different type of fetishes, especially when I was, in, being an intimacy consultant. Right. I've seen many different things. I've never, ever heard of balloon fetish. And that, it's like, to me, and this, you said you fell in love with balloons so young. Like, to me, if you really would have gotten a fetish for balloons, I would have think when it would be like the first time you used Jimmy, you know what I'm saying? Like, not, because of the actual balloon, but yeah. And it's like, my wife thinks it's very strange, but she deals with it.
Of course she thinks it's strange.
Yeah, of course she thinks it's strange. The fact that she thinks it's strange and she's still your wife, that's the surprising part to me. Because like when people have fetishes, they include it in everything that they do, and especially they want their partners to participate. And if he's saying she thinks it's weird, how is that relationship going? And sometimes when people have fetishes, they choose their fetish over their spouse. So I mean, it's like, how does that work?
Looking at him, he look like he chooses damn fetish over his spouse in any day of the week.
My name is Julius. I'm 62 years.
Look at that dude. Like, he definitely choosing his fetish over his spouse. Like,
yeah.
What? Like, that's, I never like the kink shame, but dude, that is fucking weird.
That's a new one for me.
When you sent that to me, I watched the entire video and I was like, oh, this got to be crazy, funny, fucked up news. Because like that is crazy, funny, and fucked up all in the same sentence.
Yeah, I know plushies. I know softies, like people that like really soft things or whatever like that.
People that like to dress up as animals.
Yeah, I know the dress uppers. I know the toy people. I know the feet people. I know well, it was just not the vacuum, but he like dirty things or whatever. I mean, I've seen them all. Smells, people that like sweet smells and stuff like that. Funky smells. I dated a guy who used to love, like when I came home from the gym, it was just weird, so gross. So like different types of fetishes, but that's
a whole level. That's a whole level. He said he takes air out of balloon because you can be more rough with it. Like,
that's crazy.
Like, that's just so much. Like, that is just so much. And your mind wanders. You like, wait, what? Wait, you take the air? That's like, at least he ain't got to worry about.
He has a balloon room. So is it like the red room? It's like the,
he
it's
has
like
a full balloon room.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least he can't get a balloon pregnant.
I guess. I mean, as long as he's not hurting children and women and people.
He won't get an STD from a balloon.
I guess. My whole thing is keep your stuff to yourself.
Hard enough.
It's like, why do you have to put this out on social? I mean, and who had the interview? How did this become that you got interviewed about it? It's like, dang. It's like everything is all outside. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff. And there's no coming out the closet, staying in the closet, in the basement, in your fetish room. Like everything just got to be out there.
He ain't got to worry about this. He ain't got to worry about the balloon saying he ain't performed that night.
Well, because he like, do he talk to them? He like, do he create these personalities for them and everything? We don't know. We don't know that part. Like, is he making them talk? Is he up there like, oh, John, you didn't touch me like you used to, or something, or you treated Red better than you treated me, translucent, or some shit?
Is he? Because they was tied up. Do he blow the balloon up and not tie it up, and then like stretch it to like
that's a lot.
I'll be using lube.
That is a lot. Yeah, when I saw that, I sent that to you. I was like, what in the?
His wife don't want to participate because he tried to put the balloon on and have sex.
Probably. He probably bought her a balloon outfit, and then you see them outfits, those balloon outfits. Yeah. Have her walking around with the little heels on.
Oh, God. Oh, gosh.
They got the Tyrannosaurus Rex one, the balloon outfit.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious.
And the nephew was like, what? This is so weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
That is weird. So that is this week's crazy, funny, fucked up news. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot.
Man. Oh gosh. Hey, Couchers, thanks for rocking with us this week. We appreciate y'all chiming in with us. You already know what time it is. It is time for our close, something you can ponder on until the next time you see us live on Just Therapy the Podcast on Facebook or on YouTube, or hear us next day on Spotify. So your close this evening, something you can ponder on. You ain't gonna do it right. Do it right.
It's so goofy.
All right. All right, here we go. So this week I actually did a ponder on this video for this, so I'm gonna use this one. Kindness is one thing you can't get. Kindness is one thing you can't give away. it always comes back. I'll say that one more time. Kindness is one thing you can't give away. It always comes back. Go and break that down for us.
Anytime you bless someone, you get blessing back for a term. Through and through.
Absolutely. And I want to add to this. I always tell the kids this, and I tell other people this, and I did it in the Ponder on this thing. Listen, you never really know what the person sitting next to you, in front of you, behind you, or whatever is going through.
Period.
So be kinder to one another. Laugh a little bit more. Smile a little bit more. Be kinder to one another. Be a better human being, right? Because you never know what the person is going through that you see. You might see somebody walking with their head down and they happen to look up and see you. But you hit them with a head nod, throw them the deuces, smile, wave, dap them up, give them a hug, actually say hi. That can end up being the reason why they make it to the next day.
Yeah.
In order to get the help from what they really going through.
Truly. I always speak.
Be the reason why somebody else is still here and not even know it.
Yeah.
Please take that with you every day.
Please
walk around. That kindness can go a long way.
Definitely.
All right, sis, let's get up out of here.
Let's go. If no one has told you today, I love you, I believe in you, and I want you to win.
Hey, and you already know one thing you can never get back is time. And I want to thank you for spending your time with us on the couch. We'll see you next week. God willing, we out. Peace. Have a good night, y'all. Love you, sis.
Love you.
We'll see y'all next week.
God willing. Beats.
Bye, baby girl.
Welcome to Just Therapy.
All right, sis.
We talk about life with a comedy twist. With your hosts, comedian Sean Boyd, Antonio Ferguson, and Miss KT. We talk about a whole bunch of shit from politics to people actually taking shits. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the therapy session. Man, this be dope. Make a motherfucker want to rap. I can't rap, man. Hold on, here we go. I can't rap. I really can't. But come sit down on the couch with us. Man, I can't rap. Come to the couch. Enjoy the show. Let's go.